My name is Aaron Fuller. I serve as the manager of membership development here at NC Tech. If you're here today as a prospective member or you're just curious about what we do, you're in the right place. This session is designed to give you a clear picture of what NC Tech is all about and how being a part of this network can open up meaningful opportunities for your company as well as you as a professional. Um, we host these get to knows sessions each month at the usually the first Friday, with the exception of last Friday because New Year. But what we want you to walk away with an understanding of what we offer and how you can tap into our growing statewide community of tech leaders, innovators, and change makers. Let me take a moment to give you a high-level view of who we are. NC Tech, officially the North Carolina Technology Association, has proudly served as the voice of the state's tech sector since 1993. That's more than 30 years of evolving alongside with the technology landscape in North Carolina. We've grown with it from the early days of digital transformation to today's AI-powered world. Our mission is simple but powerful: to foster growth, champion innovation across the North Carolina tech ecosystem. And we do that through four key pillars. First, professional networks. We create meaningful opportunities for connection, whether through in-person events, virtual meetups, educational sessions, or peer roundtables. NC Tech helps you build relationships with leaders across tech, business, and government. These aren't just handshakes, they're strategic, career advancing connections, hopefully company boosting connections as well. Second, we've got government affairs. We're the go-to organization for the state government on tech-related policy and initiatives. If your business wants to stay ahead of regulatory developments or get involved in government contracting, NC Tech is a great place to start. We convene the state's vendor community and provide direct access to key decision makers. We'll speak a little bit more about that vendor community shortly, but let's move on to the third pillar. Third, sector promotion. We tell the story of tech in North Carolina through original research, awards programming, member spotlights. We help elevate the visibility of our members in the broader industry. And finally, talent development. A thriving tech community depends on talent. We support workforce development through talent acquisition resources, diversity and inclusion initiatives, and strategic partnerships that help our members attract and retain top talent across the state. At the end of the day, NC Tech is here to be your ally, your amplifier, and your connector. So our goal is to help your company grow within North Carolina. And let's take a look at who makes up our community. Today, NC Tech is proud to represent around 600 member organizations, diverse mix of tech companies, startups, service providers, government institutions, academic partners, and many more that you might not think of. Together, these members employ around 250,000 North Carolinians, making our reach truly statewide, deeply rooted in the local economy. When an organization joins NC Tech, it's not just one or two people who benefit. Membership is extended to all employees, whether they're in-state or remote. So your whole team has access to the resources, events, and opportunities. Our members range in size from scrappy startups, small businesses, to high-growth middle market firms and major enterprise brands you'd expect to see on a national stage. While 60% of our members are headquartered here in North Carolina, we welcome organizations of all sizes and footprints. But what really sets us apart is our commitment to supporting tech across the entire state, from mountains to the coast. About 2/3 of our members are centered in the Triangle, but we're highly active in Charlotte, the Triad, Wilmington, and the Western regions. We even have a dedicated Charlotte operations manager to keep momentum strong in that hub. And as you'll see in future slides, our event calendar reflects that statewide engagement. We host over 75 events a year, and last year we actually topped around over 99. That includes everything from executive forums to regional meetups, virtual panels, and inclusive networking events. So how to get involved? Now you've got a sense of who we are and who we represent. Let's talk about how you actually get involved. Because being a member of NC Tech isn't just about having your name on a list. It's about engaging with a vibrant, active community and getting real value in return. We've organized our engagement opportunities into a few key categories, and I'll walk you through each of them, starting with our signature events. Our signature events are the heartbeat of NC Tech and something our members look forward to every year. These are carefully curated, high impact gatherings that are calendared well in advance so you can plan ahead and make the most of them. We kicked off the year with Outlook for Tech. In Charlotte, this event sets a tone for the year by exploring major technology trends and industry forecasts. It's also where we release our annual State of the Tech Industry Report, which is packed with insights you can use to guide business strategy and planning. And Michelle, I'll kick it off to you for Tech Fest. That's a new event, everyone. We're pretty excited about it.
Thanks, Aaron. And I didn't introduce myself. My name is Michelle Kelton. I'm the SVP of Strategy and Operations at NC Tech. And just joining the call today with Aaron because we have a number of new things in 2026 that we want to highlight for you, and we're super excited about. Tech Fest is one of them. It is a brand new signature event for NC Tech. It will be partnering with, and IBM has committed to be the presenting sponsor on this event, and it will take place in downtown Durham. So all of the locations for this event will all be walkable. So we're looking at creating a very vibrant, I would say smaller scale, South by Southwest feel. We'll kick off with activities around town. We'll have an opening reception at the Durham Armory. We'll have an expo in the Durham Convention Center. We'll highlight startups in the state. We'll focus on some technology topics and tours around the community. And we'll have some great activities that are planned for social and networking that first night on May 13 in the evening. So this event is actually taking place of another event that we used to do that we've decided to sunset in place of developing a completely different formatted event. This we're in the works right now for planning and are looking forward to releasing some new and some additional information about this event soon.
Perfect. Thanks, Michelle. Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. I'm excited to see it. All right. The next one was the first one I got to see, which is Pinehurst. So in August, we head to Pinehurst for two back-to-back events, the Golf Classic and the Leadership Summit. The Golf Classic happens the morning of August 5th and gives you a relaxed way to connect with peers. And that evening, we shift gears with a VIP welcome reception, which we roll into the Leadership Summit, where top executives from across our membership gather to discuss how to lead effectively, stay competitive, and drive innovation. These events are hosted by our board of directors and board of advisors, making them highly influential spaces. Finally, we close the year with NC Tech Awards. We actually just had this in December, and it went great. So this is our statewide recognition program celebrating innovation, leadership, and the impact of technology. Nominations open up over the summer, and the winners are honored at our annual celebration on November 10th. It's one of our most exciting nights in North Carolina. All right. Now for summits and programs. Michelle, do you want to talk a little bit about Women in Tech? We've got a new one, everyone. Sure. Same format, but we're going to be in Asheville this year, which I'm very excited about. Love the mountains.
Sure. Aaron, thank you. For as many years as NC Tech has been around, we've been doing some programming around women in technology. And in 2015, we released our State of the Tech Industry Report. And when you first do a report like that and you're looking at the research data really for the first time, there's some surprises, some good news, some news that rankings where you think you're higher and you're not as high as you hope to be. And one of the really amazing stats that surprised us back in 2015 and we've held on to this ranking for many of the past 10, 12 years is the the fact that North Carolina is number one for the percentage of women in technology. So the number one state in the country for women in technology. We've retained that with the exception of 2 years when Maine surpassed us, which was surprising. But we are an association very committed to providing opportunities for women in technology to grow and to thrive. We have done programming for many years, and back in 2020, we elevated our programming to be a statewide summit for women in tech. And that's what you see here that's going to take place in Asheville. It is a destination event, so women from all over the state come and have social activities, networking receptions, group dinners, and some really impactful content. Asheville is a new destination for us, and for the past 3 years, we've been on the coast of North Carolina. We were in New Bern. Well, actually, we were in New Bern for 3 years and then Wilmington for a year, and we have outgrown the venues in those locations. So we have moved from the coast to the mountains and are looking forward to bringing together 400, 500 women from around the state for this event in September.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm an App State alumni, so anytime I get a chance to go to the mountains, I'm happy. Happy we moved it there this year. All right, so let's move on to Brews and Bites. Networking. Brews and Bites is a networking series that has become a fun and effective way to connect in person across the state. We've held these events in Wilmington, the Triad, Charlotte, and the Triangle. Sometimes they're hosted at a member company location, and other times at a local brewery. But they're a great way to get to know the community, and these are free for non-members, so come check it out. They're a good time. We also run virtual workshops year-round. These are an excellent way to share timely content, insights, and best practices. Many of these sessions are actually hosted by our members, so it's a great opportunity for your company to demonstrate thought leadership, domain expertise, and engage with the broader NC Tech community. So moving on to some of our networks. Our events are just one way to get involved with NC Tech, but the real magic happens when members plug into our ongoing networks. And we've got a few new ones this year. Let's start with our executive networks. These are designed specifically for professionals in key leadership roles, CIOs, CISOs, CFOs, heads of talent. Each group meets quarterly in a virtual roundtable format, creating a trusted space for peers to share challenges, best practices, and strategies. We also host in-person receptions and executive dinners to deepen those relationships. Beyond the exec networks, we offer several member-led programs that create space for leadership, insight, and connection. We've also have Board of Advisors. This is an elevated engagement group, a way for members to contribute their perspective to NC Tech strategic decisions or directions. While we're governed by a formal board of directors, the Board of Advisors gives professionals a voice and a seat at the table, along with added perks like event discounts and VIP initiatives or invites. Every member company is eligible to have one representative serve on the Board of Advisors. So that's one Board of Advisor per company, just to reiterate. The Ambassadors Program. This is our membership engagement task force. Ambassadors help welcome new members, support onboarding, and often represent NC Tech at events. They're a big part of what makes our culture so welcoming and connected. And Michelle, I know you wanted to mention a little bit about the government vendor network. We've got one coming up soon, and it's going to be a good one. So Michelle, I'll let you take the lead on that.
Sure. I would post some links in here, but it doesn't look like I have the opportunity to do that. But we will send you a follow-up message with some important links to our website. We have a lot of activities planned early in the new year that I want to bring your attention to. And you can find those on our website, nctech.org. And if you go to the events calendar, it will have those there. On the executive networks, we actually have a CTO network meeting. It's a roundtable on Tuesday of next week. And then moving into the government vendor meeting scheduled for January 20th. This is a really big and important meeting. And as Aaron had said, most of our network work is member only. It's exclusively for employees of NC Tech member companies, organizations, and institutions. The government vendor meets the Government Vendor Network meets quarterly, and occasionally we have some special sessions. If there's something important going on or timely that we want to bring to our members. And late last year, the state of North Carolina pulled together and launched an AI Leadership Council. And the Leadership Council is co-chaired by the Secretary of Technology for the state, Tina Piccioni, and Lee Lilly, the Secretary of the Department of Commerce. We are featuring both secretaries along with Issa Shea, who's the Deputy Secretary for AI and Policy. The three of them will be our featured speakers on January 20th. We have moved this meeting to an auditorium downtown because a lot of folks want to come and hear what the plans are. The inaugural meeting for the AI Council was late last year, so it is very early into their tenure with this council, and just wanted to bring it to your attention. We have about 150 people registered now, and have space for maybe a few dozen more. So if you're interested in that, please check that out on our website. And then with Women in Tech, if you have an interest in participating in women in tech activities, or you have a colleague, an employee that's a woman in tech that is interested in that area, we are still filling up our Lean In Circles, which are small virtual groups of women that will meet once a month for the next 6 months. So we have a few circles that are still open and available and on our website, and they're free to participate in. It's just we're trying to get those circles filled up in the next week or two. So I would turn your attention to that if it's an interest.
No, that's perfect. Thanks, Michelle. I think we have an extension on some networks. We have
That
a few
works.
new
Yep.
ones. Yeah, I had to double check everyone. I was like, oh no, am I using the old
A
copy?
number of these things are new, so and you're hearing it first since it's at the beginning of January, and I'm putting some notes here on some things that we want to probably update in this presentation and note what's new. So thanks for your patience as we're going through this presentation here for the first time in 2026.
Thanks, Michelle. Yeah, so young tech professionals, I'll take the lead on that. So that's actually underway. We're going to have our first meeting pretty soon, and I'll be sending out some details on this afterwards. But that's going to be a good one. It's basically a young tech professional group. A lot of these people are early careers, maybe transferred careers, and so they might not have the buy-in to convince a company to join. So this is a individual membership. You can join. The age group that we're looking at is 21 to around 35. We're not going to do a hard cutoff. We're not going to check IDs, but that 21 is a hard limit because there might be alcohol involved at some of these events. So I do want to mention that. But that's going to be a good one. We've got our first engagement this month. So be sure to be on the lookout for this follow-up email. Talent Network. Michelle, do you want to take the lead on Talent Network
Sure.
in the Charlotte
Um,
Collaborative?
yep. On these next three.
Yeah, that'd be
Let
perfect.
me mention the Charlotte Collaborative first, because it's a little bit different. It's more of a regional focus on Charlotte. So if you are in Charlotte or have colleagues in Charlotte, we are having a more concentrated effort in that market to grow and expand, and do consistent programming throughout the year. So if that's of an interest, we're going to be bringing some programs down to the market and working with leaders in the Charlotte market on some specific areas of interest to them. And so we have a leadership committee, and we are launching our first signature event of the year in Charlotte next month. We have another event. Well, we have a couple more events in Charlotte in the next few weeks. We have a member drop-in at Lending Tree. and a few more on our calendar. So if you are specifically interested in Charlotte, let us know and we can talk to you a little bit more about what we're doing here, bringing on new leadership to our board of directors from Charlotte and specific messaging in the Charlotte market, talking about the cool stuff that's happening in Charlotte and raising the visibility of that to other markets in the state, but just more of a regional focus. The talent network and the cybersecurity network are ways that we're bringing together members around a commonality, and both of these networks will meet quarterly. Our colleague, Andrea Fleming, is our Director of Talent and Workforce, so she'll be managing the talent network, and we'll be sharing more information about that soon. Our cybersecurity network is one that Aaron and I are staffing, and we're actually bringing it back. We used to have a cybersecurity network, and so we want to have some consistent programming throughout the year around cyber. It's extremely important, and we'll be doing quarterly programs. Our first program of the year is January 28th in the Triangle region. It's 3 to 5 p.m. at Wake Tech, and we will have a briefing from the regional cyber chief from the FBI on cyber threats and trends. And we'll have a panel discussion on AI and security and preparing a generation and workforce around secure, trustworthy AI. So excited about that network. We've got good space there, but space is limited. So if you have an interest in attending that cybersecurity network, that one will not be offered virtually because of the sensitivities around the topic and with the FBI's participation.
Thank you. That's an exciting one. All right. And speaking of talent, got a full page on it. So talent is the backbone of any strong tech ecosystem. And NC Tech is deeply invested in helping our members attract, develop, and retain it. This area is led by my colleague, Andrea Fleming, who serves as our Director of Talent and Workforce. She manages our portfolio of resources and programming designed to support our members' workforce needs year-round. Our job board, this is a completely free resource for members. You can post open roles and internships directly on our site, helping you get positions in front of relevant tech-focused audiences. We also host a Focus on Talent webinar series, which runs 5 to 6 times a year. And this covers everything from emerging workforce trends to DEI best practices to retention strategies and upskilling. One of our most unique offerings is Meet the Employer webinars. This gives companies a dedicated platform to showcase their culture, projects, and hiring needs. One great example is a session that we've done with Deutsche Bank, where they shared details about their carry operations, the types of roles they're hiring for, and what candidates can expect. Often these sessions feature both HR and tech leaders, so attendees get a well-rounded view of the organization. Last year, we took our workforce development efforts even further with the launch of Center for Workforce Innovation, which created in partnership with MetLife. Through this initiative, we've been able to host collaborative programs, publish talent-related insights, and support members in building more resilient and inclusive teams. Alongside our work in talent, NC Tech also focuses on producing original research that helps our members and our state make informed strategic decisions. Our research efforts are also led by, and I mispronounced her name earlier, this is an ongoing internal joke, Andrea Fleming. And the centerpiece of this work is our annual State of the Tech Industry Report, which we've been publishing since 2015. Because we've used consistent data points over the years, we're now able to track meaningful trends, where North Carolina's tech economy has been and where it's headed. The report includes a wide range of insights, state rankings, job growth, number of tech establishments, and more. You can explore this data on ncstir.com, a standalone microsite built specifically to host this information. You'll also find it linked under the research section of our main website. In addition, we also publish a monthly IT trends dashboard, which provides real-time data on open IT positions across the state. It breaks down where the jobs are, which companies are hiring, and which skill sets are most in demand. This dashboard is frequently cited in the media and is automatically delivered to members every month. In addition to events, programming, and research, NC Tech provides a suite of resources that help our members amplify their visibility, reduce costs, and stay connected. We offer a member-to-member discount program where companies can provide and access exclusive deals from fellow members. We also partner with Business North Carolina Magazine, which offers free subscriptions to all NC Tech members. And through a partnership with Lenovo, you can purchase both personal and workplace devices at a discount through our dedicated portal. For branding and visibility, we provide a marketing toolkit that includes digital membership badges, media forms, and opportunities to be featured in our communications. These often become member spotlights, executive profiles, or guest blogs. We also maintain a robust membership directory where organizations gets their own searchable profile, including logos, descriptions, and social media links. What makes this special is how searchable it is. You can filter by geography, company side, tech focus, or even if the company is university led or headquartered in North Carolina. Lastly, we've launched a virtual membership community called NC Tech Connect. Imagine a cross between LinkedIn and Facebook, but just for our members. It's a space where employees can post updates, join interest groups, share events, run polls, message others in the network. It's easy to join, and it's a great way to stay connected across the state. Talk a little bit more about that. Now, we know that staying connected in today's world isn't always about being in the same room. COVID taught us that. That's why we've built a dedicated online member platform called NC Tech Connect. It's private, member-only community. Whether you're looking for networking, learning, sharing, or simply staying in the loop, NC Tech Connect gives you the space to join peer groups based on roles or interests, post updates, share events, or launch a poll, introduce yourself to the broader community, and contribute to ongoing discussions. Signing up is easy, and we encourage you to explore it after today's session. It's one of the best ways to stay plugged in and discover new connections and opportunities. NC Tech Online social media. Now we're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and LinkedIn is probably the biggest place you'll see us posting. We're very active on social media, so if you haven't already, we'd love to connect with you. To stay in touch, keep you updated on upcoming events, news, and insights. If you're here as a prospective member, we'd be thrilled to speak with you further about how NC Tech can align with your goals. I'm happy to set up time to dive deeper into your interest and how we can help you. We'll also be sending a follow-up email after this session, which includes links to helpful resources, including digital brochure that summarizes many of the opportunities we've discussed today. So thanks again and have a wonderful week. We're going to be open for questions now. If you have any questions, please let us know. We'll give it
Thank
a
you
few
very much for
moments.
joining us this Friday morning. I know it's a busy week, everyone back to the office after the holidays. And so we appreciate your time and interest in learning more about NC Tech. If you're not a member, we hope you'll consider joining. We've got a special offer for new members that join before the end of the month, 2 complimentary registrations to Outlook for Tech. And if you are a member, thank you for supporting NC Tech, and we'd be glad to speak with you more about any specific interests that you have for engagement in 2026.
Perfect.
Oh, there's 2 questions.
I see. One is
Uh,
just letting us know they had to drop. And yeah, we can share the recording.
all right. Thanks, everyone.
Perfect. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.